Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Stokes Sounds Off. I'm your host, James Stokes. I am pleased to share that on Monday, the First Presidency officially announced the next major temple construction updates, a groundbreaking for the Jacksonville, Florida temple, and the site locations and exterior renderings for both the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Calabar, Nigeria temples. There's a lot to get into, so let's get started. The first temple groundbreaking in 2026 will be for the Jacksonville, Florida temple. The service will be held on January 24th, 2026, with Elder Massimo DeFeo, first counselor in the United States Southeast Area Presidency, presiding thereover. The groundbreaking announcement follows the temple announcement by then Church President Russell M. Nelson in October 2023, the site location confirmation in February 2024, and the release of its exterior rendering in mid-December 2024. I had recently estimated that the groundbreaking for that temple would occur in either late 2025 or early 2026, so this announcement was not surprising. I don't know if that means we may not see any other temple groundbreakings this year, but I will include links to my documents for the groundbreakings in 2024 versus 2025 and for 2025 versus 2026 for your review in the video description box below. I should also note that there are a few other temples I have my eyes on for a potential groundbreaking in the near term, so we'll have to see what happens in that regard. With that said, let's move on to the site locations and renderings that have been released for the other two temples. We start with the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho temple, which was announced by President Nelson in October 2024. The single-story edifice of approximately 29,630 square feet will be built on a 10.31 acre site at the corner of Hanley Avenue and Coeur Terre Boulevard in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. In addition to the temple, the construction project will also include an adjacent meeting house and ancillary building. We now conclude with the information on the Calabar, Nigeria temple, which was originally announced by President Nelson in October 2023. A 7-acre site at Adacong Drive, Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria, will be home to the single-story edifice of approximately 26,000 square feet, in addition to patron housing, arrival facilities, and a meeting house. In view of these latest temple announcements, there are now only 60 temples for which the confirmation of any official information is still pending. I am sure that number will continue to decrease in the 19 or so weeks between now and the weekend of the April 2026 General Conference. If an average of 5 temples have their official information released every 3 weeks or so, then around 35 more could have official information confirmed prior to that General Conference weekend. The only uncertainty is whether or not the progress on the temple construction queue will result in President Oaks announcing new temples in April, or if the current hiatus will continue until the queue is significantly lower. Of course, I have no way to know for sure that we will see that kind of progress by then, but it is interesting to think about. I am sure the prophet is doing all he can to reduce the existing backlog. I had hoped we'd get the announcement of the opening arrangements for the Willamette Valley, Oregon temple on Monday, but I am happy to see what was announced. And maybe those arrangements will be announced in the next week or two. I invite you all to stay tuned here for my late coverage of the latest updates from the Church News, the Newsroom, and the Church of Jesus Christ Temple sites. I'll be sure to pass word of those updates along to you all as soon as I can after my time and circumstances allow me to do so. In the meantime, that does it for now. All comments are, as always, welcome and appreciated on any video or short at any time, as long as all such feedback is made in accordance with the established guidelines. I hope any of you who would like to share anything will take your opportunity to sound off in the comments section below. If you liked what you watched here and would like to stay informed of newly added videos and shorts, please consider subscribing to this channel for the applicable updates. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Until next time, I wish you all the best and pray that the Lord will bless you all in everything you do.